If you walk down any major shopping street at Christmas, your eyes can't help being drawn to the brightly lit displays. They're all designed with one purpose in mind: to make you buy what's inside. We discover something similar as we journey into the books of Leviticus and Deuteronomy. Here we find God's desire to share his character with the whole world as central again. In Deuteronomy chapter 4 verses 5 to 8, Moses says this about God's laws: "Keep them and do them, for that will be your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the peoples who, when they hear all these statutes, will say, 'Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.' For what great nation is there that has a God so near to it as the Lord our God is to us, whenever we call upon him? And what great nation is there that has statutes and rules so righteous as all this law that I set before you today?" Moses says God's people will be living in the land in the sight of the peoples. They are going to be on display like the products in the shop windows of your high street. So we discover the purpose for God's people and his law: to display his goodness and his love, drawing the surrounding peoples to know him. Lives lived under those sometimes odd-sounding laws were bound to attract attention, but that was part of the point. Far from being restrictive, God's law was a beautiful advert for the goodness and the beauty of the lawgiver. These laws covered every area of life, from looking after nature to caring for the most vulnerable. So when we're tempted to think that God only cares about our spiritual lives, the Old Testament laws show us that every part of life can be a shop window, advertising the blessing that comes from God to fulfill the promise made to Abraham. The dietary restrictions and ceremonial laws may no longer apply to us as followers of Jesus, but we are still put on display for the world to see. You see, this isn't just for people near us. As we hear in Deuteronomy, God's desire is for all peoples to see and to know his goodness.